It's with enormous pride and heartfelt gratitude that I send my very best wishes to the Delaware Air National Guard on your 75th birthday. In 1946, a little over 50 citizen airmen, the Delaware Air National Guard stood up a small fighter squadron at the Newcastle Regional Airport. And over the decades, members of what is now the 166th Airlift Wing have stepped up for our nation over and over again, whether it's serving in conflicts overseas to keep our country safe or responding to disasters closer to home to help your fellow citizens in need. Today, you're not only one of the premier tactical airlift wings in the United States Air Force, you're a source of incredible pride to all of Delaware and to me. You know, as you know well, we Bidens are a National Guard family. One of the greatest honors our family's ever received is that the Delaware National Guard headquarters, the new one, bears the name of our son, Bo. To know that he will be part of the future generations that are proud of, so many proud Delawareans, making the same choice that he did and you have, and that all of you have done to serve something bigger than yourself. And on a personal note, I know I've been keeping you busy whenever I come home to Wilmington, so thank you. When Air Force One lands, a lot changes, I know, and those helicopters as well. So thank you for all you do for me and the White House, but more importantly, what you do for our state and our nation. You're an integral part of our national strength. And just as 75 years of Delaware National Guardsmen and women paved the way for each one of you, you'll pass on the torch to future generations. You have never failed to answer the call. And Jill and I thank you, and your families particularly, for all that you have sacrificed on behalf of our nation. So happy 75th, happy 75th.
September the 11th, 2001, changed more than the skyline of New York City. The attacks changed a generation of Americans, our National Guard, and our world. That day's destruction and devastation did not condemn this country to a future filled with fear. No, this loss, as profound as it was, did not break the soul of this nation. It made us stronger. That day fortified Americans with pride and patriotism and created a spirit of service in the hearts of a new generation. That day fundamentally changed our nation and our Delaware National Guard for the better. We now observe Patriot Day annually on September the 11th as a national day of service and remembrance for the thousands of lives lost in the 9/11 attacks. During this September drill weekend, on the 20th anniversary of the attacks on our nation, take time to check on your battle buddies and wingmen. Share your Guard experience or be a listening ear to theirs. While many of us in the ranks were serving during 9/11 and know exactly where we were, we have some who were just kids or not even born yet. The National Guard that we are now is very different than we were before that fateful day. But it didn't break us. It made us into a lethal, ready, and reliable force overseas and here at home. Keep up the great work, and I thank you for everything you do for your state and nation.
That about says it all right there. A member of the Air National Guard more than made up for missing her son's first day of kindergarten. Staff Sergeant Alexis Bowers surprised her family outside Newcastle Elementary today. Bowers was deployed to Kuwait back in July. Her husband Anthony did his best to keep 5-year-old Anthony Jr. and 2-year-old Alani busy while mom was away.
Go to Delaware now, where dozens of people had to be rescued from high water today. Action News reporter Bob Brooks is live there for us with the scene and also the story behind what took place. Bob.
Yeah, Shari, we just got an update from officials. That number of dozens of water rescues, that's since changed. How about 200? They had to come in here and make 200 water rescues. It was so bad, you can see right next to me. Trucks with the National Guard had to be brought in overnight to help get these people out of here. Now, where I'm at right now is 12th and Thatcher. There's a shopping plaza right behind me here. Luckily, the water's kind of receding pretty quick, but you can see a lot of damage. This whole place was flooded. The garbage cans scattered all over the place. And then down Thatcher, it's a neighborhood, and there are dozens and dozens, if not more, homes flooded and people displaced in Wilmington. Wilmington city block after block. The Brandywine Creek spared no home within its path. Officials say countless homes are flooded. More than 200 water rescues had to be made. One of them, the family of Tanika Lewis, just hours ago. She says without the help of the Wilmington Emergency Services, she might not have made it out alive.
I'm scared. I cannot swim. I'm afraid of water, only to shower.
Officials here estimate roughly a 20-block radius on both sides of the Brandywine are now underwater.
The homes, countless homes. Like I said, over 200 people we removed from residents, off the streets, out of cars. It's a pretty significant size area that we were working with.
They say it'll take nearly a week before they can begin to estimate the total cost of the destruction.
It's a mixture of commercial, residential. We have to look at state infrastructure. I mean, I know the Secretary of Transportation, her team's going to be looking at the bridges and roadways, as soon as the water recedes. So any number right now would be very premature.
Okay, Brian, officials also are asking, they know it's difficult, for anyone that has sustained flood damage and been displaced from their home, have patience. It's going to really take some time till they can get in there and assess things and see what the structural damage is. But again, that number, 200 water rescues. Luckily, there's only reports of minor injuries here. From reporting live in Wilmington, Bob Brooks, Channel 6, Action News. Brian.
Okay, Bob, thank you.
COVID cases and hospitalizations ticking up a bit in Delaware. The Division of Public Health now trying to expand vaccine accessibility again, doing so this week and getting help from the National Guard. WBOC's Cassie Simeon is in our Kent County Bureau this evening. Cassie, you spoke with the Guard about their latest mission.
Steve, the Delaware National Guard has been working in the community since this pandemic began, helping to distribute food, testing for the virus, and vaccination events. This week, the National Guard is helping DPH get vaccines out to underserved communities.
COVID cases are ticking up in Delaware, with the state reporting 404 new cases Sunday. Hospitalizations are up to 226, the most since February 12th. Now the Delaware National Guard and the Division of Public Health are teaming up to get jabs into arms to protect more members of the community from the coronavirus.
It's really honed in on getting these vaccines out to communities who are in need of it, and who are greatly affected by this virus. And so we're really working on how to prevent folks from even getting infected in the first place, and ways to do that safely through vaccinations.
According to the CDC, 76% of Delawareans 18 and older have had at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. The state is hoping to increase that number with the 9 pop-up clinics, and the National Guard says getting people in and out quickly is all part of their training.
What they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to support the state, who is the lead agency when COVID vaccines are rolled out, and we'll be able to get folks from the community processed through efficiently and get as many people vaccinated in the state of Delaware as we can.
We reached out to the Division of Public Health today. They told WBOC the vaccine mobile unit locations will change each week. The Pfizer vaccine will be offered for those 12 and older, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for people 18 and older.
We will have a list of all the locations and times for the mobile vaccination clinics on our website and our news app. The Division of Public Health also has a list of community partners who are offering vaccines at de.gov/getmyvaccine. In our Kent County Bureau, Cassie Simeon, WBOC News, Delmarva's news leader, Steve.
The right to quality health care has been a contentious topic among lawmakers nationwide. A first-of-its-kind program is headed to Delaware State Capitol to assist under- and uninsured residents.
The Central Delaware Partnership for Hope Innovative Readiness Training is at its core a training mission. We have over 250 service members from the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, all different components, Guard, Active, and Reserve. And they've come to Delaware to complete annual training requirements or other medal tasks or equivalent. Incidental to training, we're also going to provide a large impact for the community through no-cost dental, optometry, and medical care.
Personally, I think it's fantastic. It's a great opportunity for us, get out and kind of work with some of the other units, really hone our skills and provide that service to the population, where they may not otherwise have access to some of the things that we're offering here.
This is my first IRT, and I love it. This is amazing. I mean, I'm a nurse as a civilian, and so helping people is just what I do. So any opportunities I get to do this, I'll do it.
The reason I like the IRT program is that it lets us see patients. We don't really get to see a lot of patients in our normal day-to-day drills. So coming on an event like this is really rewarding.
We just get to build these relationships that are meaningful. We get to know people at a deeper level, and it's really the people that keeps us staying, I think.
This is actually my first IRT mission, but so far I think that it's a great mission. I think that it's providing a lot to the community. It's a great way to help and give back.
I have participated in several IRTs. I try to sign up for one a year, so I've done, I've been to several. I just love them. I love the fact that we are learning from one another, teaching younger airmen, and at the same time providing excellent, no-cost health care to others.
Everybody was awesome, and I am grateful for this, and I know there's so many other people that are too, because you're helping us get services that we couldn't normally have. So thank you, and thank you for your service.
Carla Reiner, Wing Commander, 166th Airlift Wing. The 166th Airlift Wing had the great pleasure of welcoming its first C-130 H2.5 model aircraft. It was built in 1991, so this is an update from our last versions that were 1984 models. This airplane also has an engine upgrade. We call it the 3.5 engine, so it makes it a more sustainable aircraft for the future missions. We have an initiative throughout the Air Force called the Iron Herc, and that is to update the avionics on the C-130s as well as the engines. So this is the first step. These 3.5 engines is the first step on our way to the Iron Herc status, so it makes it combat ready for years to come.
Major General Michael Berry, the Adjutant General for the Delaware National Guard. The arrival of this aircraft is a true testament to the professionalism of the 166th, Colonel Reiner and her entire team.
We're just thrilled to have them, and thrilled for our folks to get newer airplanes and keep flying them. It was great that we landed in a place to keep this flying mission here in Delaware and serving the United States Air Force.
The 2021 Chambers Cup is a multi-gun event with the sole purpose of providing more time for organic crew-served weapons to get their time out on their machine guns themselves to run courses of fire. This isn't just about the crew gun itself, it's also about multi-guns. We have pistol, we had shotgun, we had rifle. So the overarching events, though that there were 5 events, it was about kill hits. And could they physically go from one place to another to endure the 90+ degree temperature with all their gear, running about 1.25 to a half a mile with the team and operating back and forth with true squad tactics.
We're the 2021 Chambers Cup champions. Marksmanship's like a dying thing. You know, especially nowadays, the ammo is, there's like a shortage. You can't get ammo, but I mean, it's a great experience, and I'm trying to hand it down to these soldiers because I have a good time doing it. So that's the name of the game, passing down the training
262 claimed the cup this year. The 1049 threw the gauntlet down, but I am throwing a challenge out to all the Delaware National Guard units that have organic saw gun crews or crew serve weapons teams to come out and take that cup from the 262.